Hello, good afternoon, all you beautiful people. How are you? I'm live. Welcome to today's talk show. Well, my name is Anastasia MacDonald, and I'm the host of this program called Who is Your Daddy series, a program that is dedicated to discussing those who grew up without a daddy, so daddy issues, and also with the ultimate aim of helping them develop a personal, warm, close relationship with Daddy God. Good afternoon, Queen Nikki. Good afternoon. How are you? How are you today, Queen Nikki? There's my hubby. Good afternoon. How are you enjoying this lovely weather today? The weather I think is it 25 or 27? Good afternoon, King Jake. Lovely to see you. Oh, Jefferson, the king. Good afternoon, King Jefferson. How are you? And it's so lovely to see you. Come and visit us in the UK. Come to our crib. Lovely to see you. Hello, everybody. Where are you? Are you out there in the sun? Hello. It is a lovely day in the UK. I don't know what it's like in the rest of the world, but it's an unusually warm, bright, and enjoyable day. After this broadcast, I am going to go out and get a suntan to get me some vitamin. Is it D or E? To get me some vitamin D or E. So anyway, good afternoon, Queen Maya. Lovely, 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 my dear sister. How are you? Thank you for taking time out this afternoon, especially on this lovely day. Oh, King Jeffrey says it's cold morning and rain last night. Good afternoon, Queen Elizabeth. Nice to see you, kings and queens, coming on. This afternoon, I am going to be continuing what I started last week, the beautiful touch of Daddy God at Dr. Sunday Adelaja's Golden Jubilee anniversary. Oh, it's vitamin D, right? Good afternoon, my Queen Patty. Yes. Yes, I am Daddy's girl. Sorry, I am Daddy's girls. So for those of you who are joining me live and have never met me before, my name is Anastasia MacDonald, and I'm the talk show host of what I call Who is Your Daddy series. Now, what is this series all about? It's dedicated to those of us, who grew up without a daddy, have, gone through daddy issues, and with the hope to explore those issues, okay, to be able to talk about them, because where I come from, we don't tend to talk about these things. So to talk about the traumas and all the things that come with growing up without a daddy, but with the ultimate goal of developing a close, personal, warm, interactive relationship with Daddy God, the daddy of all daddies. That's why I have started this talk show, which I started somewhere in January. And yes, to give a voice and to discuss all these things that may come out. Good afternoon, King Oluwatoyin. Prince Ledie, how are you? How is Ghana? I bet it's even double hot right now. So last week, I shared with you how my hubby and we went to Kiev, Ukraine, to attend Dr. Sunday Adelaja's 50th birthday anniversary. And it was an awesome experience. And so, since I met Dr. Sunday Adelaja, Daddy God seems to be answering 2 prayer points that I put towards him in January. Good afternoon, Queenie, Queenie Rumi, that's my Rumi. So ever since I met Dr. Sunday Adelaja, Daddy God has answered 2 key prayer points in my life. Number 1 was I wanted to meet somebody who carried the tangible presence of God in simplicity, very practical, not in the enticing of man's words or their wisdom, but just lived in and breathed the Father. Obviously, yes, mine is to read the Bible, discover him, and so on and so forth. But I've come to know and understand that all of us need to exemplify God himself, God in the flesh. But however, there are some people who've gone ahead and have been able to imbibe more of God. So I put that was prayer point number one, to meet somebody who really loved God and lived his lifestyle, so the one. And then two was to meet a community of believers who were passionate and wanted to know God, wanted to live the kingdom lifestyle, and that is what has happened. So anyway, like I said, we went to Kiev, Ukraine, for Dr. Sandy Adelaja's 50th birthday, and it was a 3-day event. It was held over 3 days. And it was just amazing. My husband learned so many things about God. I also learned so many things about God. Now, today in part 2, I feel very particular and passionate to talk to those of you who are looking and have been asking and have been seeking a much more richer, warmer, closer relationship with Daddy God. I don't know why, but I do know why. But today in particular, I just have this feeling that I'm talking to people who really want to have a more closer, a more richer, a more personal relationship with God. So, before we start, can I please ask you to do what? To invite your friends and family or tag somebody. Second is to, let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. And number 3, please hit the wow button or the like button that you can hear me. Hear me. Oh, I did say that, sorry. So please let me know. Please switch on your notifications. You see, I'm enjoying myself so much. Please switch on your notifications. So next time I'm on, we can have some time together. So good afternoon, all of you for joining me. I'm so excited. Anytime I get excited, my tongue gets twisted. But you know what? I've learned to just go with the flow and learn as well as I go along. So thank you for everyone who's joining me live. Thank you so much. Now, so to part 2, like I said, I feel that I'm speaking to those who have been praying and have been crying out to God that I really want to know you. I really want to experience you. You feel that Daddy God has forgotten about you, but he hasn't. He hasn't. So in this part 2, I'm going to be turning my proverbial camera to look at a different angle of Dr. Sandy Adelaja's golden anniversary. Now, so for those of you who don't know who Dr. Sandy Adelaja is, he is, in my own words, he is the father of all fathers. He is the teacher of all teachers. He is the leader of all leaders, and he is the mentor of all mentors. He is the most humble person I have ever come across. The most humble person I've come across. Hello, King Oluwatoyin. He's the most humble person ever. Good afternoon, Queen Glory. And so, like I said, I'm going to look at the party from a different angle. A different angle here. I beg your pardon, my laptop has gone to sleep, so just bear with me 1 minute. 1 minute. Right. Oops, it says 1, please. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, my hubby, this is what he learned in brief when we were at DSA's party. So number 1, he felt that the word of God came alive, the gospel came alive through going to Kiev, Ukraine. That was the first thing. The second thing he felt he learned was that the people that he's read in the Bible, you and I read in the Bible, the holy men of God that you read in the Bible, actually they are ordinary men, and we too can be like them. We can be ordinary people used mightily by God. And this was as a result of his encounter and stay during our trip to Kiev, Ukraine with Dr. Sandy Adelaja. So now, like I said, I want to discuss or share with you 4 points. 4 points as a result of DSA's party. 4 points. Now, DSA obviously stands for short, Dr. Sandy Adelaja. 4 points. These are the points that I thought I learned as lessons from Daddy God. Number 1, and I'm going to expand them. I'm just going to give them to you first. Hello, Queen Anne-Marie. Number 1, God revealing himself to me in an unexpected country. Number one, an unexpected country. Number 2, with an unexpected person. Number 3, experiencing an unexpected gift. Number four, an unexpected event. I'm going to list them again. So, going and being a part of Dr. Sunday Adelaja's, I felt Daddy God revealed himself to me in such a way which was, number one, an unexpected location, place, if you like, geographical location. Number two, with an unexpected person, unlikely person. Number three, showing the love of God with an unexpected gift. And number four, and being part of, not realizing and being part of an unexpected event. So I'm now going to go briefly to share this with you, and I hope that you will be encouraged as I go with you. So number one, I said to you that in last year 2016, I put 2 prayer points before Daddy. One, I wanted to meet somebody who carried the tangible presence of God, lived a simple life, and loved God. Now, of all the places in my life of being a Christian, Daddy God revealed himself in Ukraine. Of all the places in the world, you would have thought maybe it would be America, the USA, you thought it would be somewhere in Europe, you would have thought that it would be in maybe an exotic place, a place that is flowing with lots of money. But Daddy God chose to begin answering my prayer in Ukraine. Ukraine of all people. And a brief I don't know much about Ukraine, but I do know that Ukraine is a war-torn country, and as a matter of fact, people that knew that I was going to Ukraine were sending me messages on Facebook to say that, why are you going there? Don't you know that it's a dangerous country to go to? So that is the history relating to Ukraine. But however, of all the places, hear me loud and clear, of all the places that Daddy God began to reveal himself to me was in Ukraine. And so my question to you is, which unlikely place, location, country do you see opening up for you as an answer to the prayer that God may want to show and reveal himself in the most unusual way? This is not a long program today. It's a very short one. I just want to trigger and encourage you today. Which location? It may be the most unusual location. Look at where Jesus was born. He was born in a manger, in hay, the most the likely places. That is where he was born. Yes, King Jacob, unexpected location or country. So my question to you is, where do you you sense God opening up a location, an unusual location, an unlikely location for him to begin to develop something closer, warmer, richer with you? Can you sense that? Can you spot that? Have you turned down an invitation to go to a certain country because you feel that, nah, that's not a God thing. That's not where God will be. Think about that. Number two, this afternoon is going to be very brief. Good afternoon, can you hear me? Number two, unexpected person. Of all the places, of all the people in the world, I never ever knew that one day I would be linked with Dr. Sunday Adelaja. Many years ago, I'd heard about him, I'd read about him, I admired him from afar and said, okay, that's good for you. Oh my goodness, a Nigerian pastor in Ukraine, has a big membership, doing well. And my response was, yeah, well, kudos, good for you. Good for you. But I never imagined in my wildest dreams that one day that I was going to be linked with Dr. Sunday Adelaja. Never in my wildest dreams. Even if somebody had come to prophesy to me, I would not believe it, because I knew the kind of caliber of person DSA was. I mean, he was, 30,000 church, pastoring a 30,000 church. I mean, like, who am I? Who am I to be, associated or even to come near? But you see, Daddy God, in his eternal purposes, purposes and plans had it such that August last year, I bumped into his message, why joblessness is a blessing, and that, as they say, is the end of the story. My life has never been the same ever since God connected me with DSA. It's never been the same. So, my question to you is that, who is the unlikely person that God, or whom I call Daddy God, may be connecting you to? Who is that unlikely person? Who is that person that you thought, nah, there's no way. There is no way that I can be connected to this person. Good afternoon, Queen TY. Lovely to see you. So that's the question. Who in your wildest dream, and your wildest imagination, do you say that, nah, I see him from afar, I admire him from afar, or her from afar, and I guess, you know, that's how it stays. And but who is that very person, the very person that you think that is not your deal, that there's no way that your paths can cross? Who may be that person apart from DSA? Because DSA is not the only person out there who is touching lives. There are many people out there, many brilliant people touching lives. So who is that person? What about the person that you admire that is in relation to something you love to study? So let's say Oprah Winfrey, for example. Oprah Winfrey, maybe you dream to one day meet her face to face and spend time with her. Could it be that Daddy God is speaking to your heart that actually you are going to meet her and spend time with her and learn some life lessons with her? Could it be? You know? So that's number 2. Number 3 is Daddy God revealed his love to me, I believe strongly, through a gift, a very special gift. I celebrated my 54th birthday in May, and when we went and arrived in Kyiv with my husband, I didn't know that Dr. Sunday had the surprise. So he surprised me with a beautiful bouquet of flowers, a lovely cake, and above all, a very expensive gift, which I've mentioned in part 1, the MacBook Pro. This is my first time of ever using or receiving or even dreaming of having, you know, a MacBook Pro. And for those of you who are very well versed in prices, you know, they cost a hell of money. No, not a hell of a lot of money. Pardon my language. A lot of money. Good afternoon, Queen Gloria. You know, they cost between 1,800 to 2,000 pounds. And that is how Daddy God, I believe he showed me love. That is how, because remember, I had been asking Daddy God, Lord, I want to experience your tangibility. I want to experience your reality. Yes, I've been a Christian for a long time, but with all due respect to men of God, that I don't think I have met anybody that really, you know, exudes God himself, that I can, you know. I was so desperate last year, January. I was really desperate. I cried out to God. I said, no, I've been a Christian for 30 years, and I don't think I don't really have anything to show for these 30 years. Sorry, the sun has gone down, so the lighting seems to have dipped a bit. I do have my other light on, so pardon me. Please, sun, come on out. Anyway, so number 3, the most unexpected gift from Dr. Sunday, the lovely bouquet of flowers, the cake, and the MacBook Pro, which, you know, I'm still, you know, reflecting on these gifts. Good afternoon, Tante Laurent, Queen, my lovely sister. Thank you for joining me live. And I'm still meditating, because no man of God has given me a gift. If there's anything at all, it's probably, I don't know, you know, a lovely card, which I appreciate. I appreciate the card, and you know, oh, the sun's coming out now. The glory of the sun. But this MacBook Pro, like I said, cost between 1,000 to 2,000 pounds. And it was a very vivid in your face, like, daughter, I am loving you and I'm showing you my love, and I love you through the vessel and person of Dr. Sunday Adelaja. So that's point number three. And then the last point, which is unexpected event. Unexpected event. Now, I've been to Kiev, Ukraine, three times now in less than 5 months. Is it 5 months? Yes, 5 months. Three times. So I was in Kiev, Ukraine, after attending the 23rd anniversary of Embassy of God Church, and then continued to stay to do the History Makers training, and then stay behind to to be with my best mentor in the whole wide world. That's how I call Dr. Sunday Adelaja. But I never envisaged that I was going to be at the Golden Jubilee. I never envisaged that I was going to be at the party, because my husband at the time, bless his heart, had sacrificed a lot for me to go for the HMT. So I wasn't thinking about, you know, going a third time. But by God's grace and by his special mercies and by, the love of Daddy God and the love of my husband, I was able to go and be part of this phenomenal occasion. Now, for some of you, it may not be a big deal, but for me, it is a big deal, because I've grown up, or most of my life, I've grown most of my life of being the outsider, be the one who stands on the outside looking in. So the party is going on over there, but I am not invited to the party. Always it seems that the other people are enjoying the party. They're having a party of their life, but Anastasia is not is not invited to be part of it. So I never expected it, but then whilst we were there, I was like, oh my goodness, this can only be the goodness and mercy of God. This can only be the love of God, saying that, look, you are invited to the party. Yes, I will move on the hearts of men, my hubby or whatever, but you're going to be there, and I'm going to prove to you that I love you by attending this event. So I'm not harping so much about the event itself, but I want to harp on the love of God. The love of God, the love that is made tangible. That is love that can push you into places, events that you never ever dreamed of. You never thought that you'd be part of. He will take you from the back and push you to be part of it, to prove to you that he loves you. He loves you. So while I was there, I was looking at everything was going on. So for example, guys, that was my mom calling. Sorry for that short break. So for example, as I was saying, the way DSA arrived at his party, the way he bypassed the red carpet and began to go from person to person to greet them, to greet each and every one as an individual, as a very important person, to love each and every one respectfully, knowing that they had come for his party. But really, the thing was a turnaround. The party wasn't really about him. It was about all of us, and not just all of us in Kiev, but all the other people that were celebrating him in different locations all over the world. So it was about us, and I was seeing Daddy God, how he is a with us person. He is with us, as his name suggests and name implies, Emmanuel, God who is with us. That is what I was experiencing. And like I said last week, it was about how he went from table to table to dance with, to celebrate God. But at each table he will stop and he'll begin to dance. And the music needed to signify and point to and worship God. So from table to table, pointing our attention and our focus to God, as I said before. So that made me to experience God in a new way, to realize that Daddy God loves to party with us. He loves to draw all his children close to us. He loves to celebrate with us. He's not an individual person. These were the lessons I was learning. And then apart from that, apart from the dancing, it was the group dancing, how DSA got us all together and told us to join hands, all of us to join hands and to come very close up to him. You know, that was teaching me then again how Daddy God wants all of his children to hold hands together, to join forces and to be one, to be one. You know, yes, Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth says, yes, Daddy God loves to celebrate us. So to me, it was a type, and it was a shadow, and it was a reflection, and it was a mirror of Daddy God, of how he wants us to celebrate each other. That, you know, obviously those of us who are there, we are different people from different countries. We speak different language, different color, different personalities, but all of us come together as one. And so the focus was not DSA's party per se. It was all of us come together to say thank you to Daddy for giving giving DSA another life. And it was so beautiful. I mean, of all the places in the world to learn about that, I didn't know it was going to be a war-torn country, Ukraine. And you know, anytime I say I'm going to Ukraine, you know, people have this funny look, you know, what is there in Ukraine? You know, I'm sure if I said I'm going to Dubai or I'm going to Barbados, I'll get, oh wow, you know. But with this son is always like, okay, are you sure that place is not safe, you know? And so these are the four things that I learned. These are the four nuances I captured about Daddy God. And through these 4 points, which I'm going to go briefly over because I'm not staying long today, is I believe that there's somebody or some of you who have been praying and asking God, whom I call Daddy God, that you want a richer, warmer, closer, more personal relationship with him. You know, you've been praying, and I want you to know that he's heard you, he sees you, he hasn't forgotten about you. And just like when I last year prayed desperately for this, and he has visited me, and he continues to affirm and affirm who he is and who I am, so will it be your portion too. It will be your portion too. So I'm going to go briefly over those points again, and then I'm going to say goodbye and then to go and enjoy the beautiful afternoon and do some conversion and do some conversion. So one more time, or like we say in Ghana, one more time or once more time for the second time, once more time for the second time. Here are the 4 points that Daddy God revealed to me about teaching me of himself. Number 1, Daddy God revealed or began or has continued to reveal himself to me in the unexpected country. Unexpected country, Ukraine. And yes, Doreen. Doreen. Good afternoon, Doreen. Doreen was one of the people who were concerned about me for being in Ukraine and was scared for my life. So Doreen, this is for you. Listen to how Daddy God has been revealing himself to me in Ukraine. So 4 points. Number one, God began to reveal himself in the most unlikely country, Ukraine. Ukraine of all places. Yes, Ukraine is a war-torn country. It is you know, and obviously I don't speak the language, but my mentor, my best mentor whole wide world does speak the language. But guess what? Great and mighty things are happening in Ukraine. Unbelievable, especially in the Embassy of God Church. It's like you are in a different country. You really feel that you're in the kingdom of God itself. I've never experienced so much love, so much selflessness. Talk about people who are laying down their lives. So number 1, yes, Queen Elizabeth, unexpected country, Ukraine, Kyiv, Ukraine. Number 2, unexpected person. I never knew that Daddy God will begin to reveal his love and personality in the person of Dr. Sunday Adelaja. He was the least person I mean, like I said, and as I just mentioned, I admired him from afar. I thought, oh wow, a Nigerian, pastoring Ukrainians, 30,000 Ukrainians. Wow. I was like, well, kudos to you. Kudos to you, DSA. But I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be connected so close to the point that I sit close to him and put my arm through him because he's my spiritual daddy. So I put my arm through him, hold his hand, or he hold my hand, flesh. I never thought that would be me, And Daddy God has a very good sense of humor. He has a very good sense of humor. So watch this place, or that place, tongue twisting. Watch your place, watch your space to see what Daddy God may do. So the question I asked for that is like, who is the unlikely person? Who is the unlikely person that Daddy God may be connecting you to or connecting you with? Who in your wildest dreams have you said, nah, there's no way that I'll ever get up close and personal with this person? Well, get ready to be surprised. Number three is unexpected gift. Unexpected gift. Now, I did want, I'm an artist. I'm very creative. I thank God for, these are one of the many gifts that Daddy God has given me. I have dreamt of having a MacBook or a good book that will help enhance my creative skills, but I never thought that that I would receive such an expensive gift from an unexpected person. Remember, so I had for my birthday, I had a beautiful bouquet of flowers, a lovely cake, and the MacBook Pro, which I said cost almost £2,000. Unexpected person. Number three. What did I do? Number two. Oh, did I miss number two? No, I said that. So number three, sorry, is unexpected gift, and the last one, unexpected event. Unexpected event. I never thought I was going to go to DSA's party. From the moment he started mentioning that he's going to have this 3-day event, I never thought I was going to be part of it, because I've already been to Ukraine, and it's quite expensive to to go to Ukraine. But Daddy God was said, let me surprise my daughter one more time with my extravagant love. And in his mercies, I was able to be part of this wonderful event where I saw a lot of things unfolding, many types and shadows, reflections of Daddy God. And so my question to you is, what unusual event have you received recently to attend? What unusual event have you received recently to attend? Good afternoon, Pastor Chris. Pastor Chris said Daddy God can use, Daddy God can use, beg your pardon, any unexpected person. Yes, you're right. You're right. So going back to that, my question is, what unusual invitation have you received recently to attend? Could it be that this event may be the arena or the place that Daddy God is going to start revealing himself to you in unusual, overwhelming ways? Could it be? Don't turn that event. Go, because you never know. My Daddy God is a very quote-unquote sneaky daddy. Trust me. He has beautiful, sneaky ways of revealing himself. Just as he came to the world in a manger, of all the places, he's very sneaky. He bypassed everybody else. And nobody expected that he would come in a manger. You know what a manger is? Do you know what a trough is? A trough is, that wooden structure they build, put hay in for cattle to eat their food. Where cattle eat their hay. That is where he was born. He bypassed all the, posh places to be born in the most ridiculous, lowly place. Hence why I'm making this point to you, that you don't know. You don't know the way Daddy God will begin to reveal himself to you. You don't know. So I just want to encourage you to stay open, stay encouraged, don't give up, don't give up. Daddy's got you. He's got you. He's got you. He loves you. He hasn't forgotten about you. He knows exactly where you live, where you are. He knows your exact condition. He knows your heartbeat. He feels your heart more. The plans that he has for you, they are good ones. Good ones. Good ones. And like I said, he has surprised my wildest dreams, highest prayers, lowest points, whatever. He's bypassed all of those to and puts me on a pedestal that I can know that this is not man's doing, but it is his doing. And to him be all the glory, the honor, the praise, and adoration. So one more time, I'm not going to explain this time. You may experience God, number one, in an unexpected country. Two, unexpected with an unexpected person. Number three, receive unexpected, overwhelming gift. Number four, find yourself and knowing God in an unexpected event. I hope I have been able to encourage you and inspire you, because today I felt that Daddy God wanted to speak particularly to those who have been asking, seeking, knocking, and are desperate to have a more richer, warmer, closer relationship with him. Thank you so much for joining me live this afternoon. Thank you so much. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Mrs. Lala Sharanke. Mrs. Sharanke, thank you. You've come late to finish. See you soon. Thank you, Queen Lisa. Thank you for watching. Who else? Thank you, my beautiful King. Good news. Queen Elizabeth, see you soon. Pastor Grace, thank you so much for joining me live this afternoon. Thank you. I'm trying to see who else. Doreen, thank you. I hope you have a better understanding now about Ukraine, and you will book a ticket and go and visit Dr. Sunday Adelaja. And like I said, he has a 60-bedroom mansion, only lives in 1/10. The 9/10 is for all of us to come and visit. All of us to come and visit. So if you send them an email to guest@godembassy.org, guest@godembassy.org, you will receive further details how to find yourself in Ukraine. Isn't that great? So again, guest@godembassy.org. Send an email and they'll give you further details of how you can go and visit Dr. Sunday Adelaja with his beautiful wife, Pastor Bosse, and 3 children. Who else is there? Thank you so much for joining me live, every one of you, King Oloatoye, and everyone else who joined me live this afternoon. Thank you so much. Have a lovely rest of the afternoon. Go and enjoy the sun and get vitamin D. Is it vitamin D? Get vitamin D. Go and suntan yourself. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye. Bye, everybody. I hope it's been an encouragement and a source of blessing. And then goodbye, Dr. Sunday Adelaja, my best mentor in the whole wide world, when you do watch this video. Thank you. Bye. Love you loads. Bye.